Hi, are you tired of food defining your days? You know, as I am on the internet, as I'm watching TV, over the years I've come to a place now where I'm just so fed up of food dictating women's lives. It has taken such a big part of us when it was never meant to. It's meant to fuel our bodies well so we can get out into the world and shine and live our lives and impact people and yet it has consumed us. It has controlled us. And I would really love for us to get real about it. In reality, there is no magic pill. There is no wrap. There is no fitness app. There is no exercise program that is going to free you from the bondage of food making you feel like a failure. And let me just challenge you in thinking of so much of the time, I think we think, oh, we tried this and it didn't work, therefore I failed. I tried this, 30-day real food thing and I failed. And I tried this, boutique fitness gym and I failed. And let me just challenge you on that the fitness and health industry is a billion-dollar industry that's making great profit on us believing that we're failing. And I would like you to know that there's a shape in your heart that was only meant to be filled by one thing. And oftentimes we accept a counterfeit in food thinking that it is going to fill that void, and it always falls short. And so for me, that void is my faith in Jesus. And in that place, he loves me and he gives grace, and it's not about rules and it's not about regulations and it's not about restriction. And so what I want for women is to live lives that aren't restricted, that aren't about counting calories or points, but are learning what it is to fuel your body well with real foods that we were created to eat. That then gives us the energy and the hope, and our bodies move and work so much better. It was what we were created for. But when we sell ourselves short and we buy into the box foods, it's going to be easy, it's going to be quicker, it's going to be faster, drive-throughs, all that, it's a lie. Because those box foods, those processed foods, those drive-throughs, those restaurants that say, oh, it's quick and easy, you know what? They are making money off of you. And what are you making off of them? How do you feel at night when you go to bed? How do you feel in the morning when you get your clothes on? Do you feel good in your own skin? Is it helping you? Is it serving you? And there's such a lie out there that says making a meal at home has to take so long. And so I'm working on creating something that the recipes have no more than 8 ingredients. I made one last night. It took 20 minutes from start to finish, all real foods, and it tasted great. 20 minutes, and I have leftovers for today. It doesn't have to be so hard. And I really want to just say you are loved. You're accepted. And there's a grace for you. And that void in your heart was never meant to be filled by anything, but in my belief in him, in Jesus, in his power of love and grace for who you are, who he created you to be, who he sees as beautiful, right where you're at today. And it's not about perfection. Those are rules. That's legalism. It doesn't work. It's void. And so when you look at what you want to do in regards to your health, if you think that a 20-day or 30-day or 40-day thing is going to all of a sudden fix you in regards to your health and fitness, that's just the start. How long does it take to create a better, healthy life? Well, how long have you been living in a life that doesn't serve you? Of cheap, of fast, of processed? Well, if it's been a decade, then, let's get realistic. It's going to take you longer than 2 months to get healthy. So don't beat yourself up. and see consistency for what it really is. And consistency does not mean perfection. And I think that's really where we get hung up. Consistency means, hey, I made better choices this week than I ever have. And then next week, I made better choices this week than I did last week. And it's a building block. And yeah, you have some crappy weeks, some crappy weekends, but you get back on the wagon. And there's grace for you in that. You know, I know what it's like to eat Del Taco. I used to do it for a decade. I did it. It was fine. It was great. You know, the fast food, all of it. And then I ran into some health problems myself. And a lot of it had to do with the food I was eating. So I started eating real, more vegetables, learning ways to make vegetables taste good to me because they didn't. And I have those ideas for you. And I have those meal plans for you. And I have the encouragement for you. And it comes from a place of love and grace that I receive on a daily basis from my Father, who wants more for me and more for you than restrictions. He wants a real life, and he wants you to be fueled well because you've been given one body that he sees beautiful, and so do I. And so if I could help you in this journey at all, I would so love to. If you're tired of all of the gimmicks, of all the quick fixes, and you're ready to really make the choice of fueling yourself better and not having food dictate your days. It doesn't have to be so complicated. It's actually pretty simple, but it's a process. And are you ready for that process? If you're ready for that process, I would love to be there in the journey with you. I would love it because I know you'll be so happy, so much more happy, and no longer ruled by something you were never created to be ruled by.